nightclub at the Brighton Ballroom, obviously in Brighton. It's a mix of swing music, electro swing. There's lots of pole dancers, even a male pole dancer. There are burlesque dancers, and it seems to be there's a lot of entertainment going on. It's coming up thick and fast. So we're going to have a look and see what's on. This is Sadie Doherty with Vintage News. Hello, I'm here with Carolyn, the organiser of Blind Pig. So can you tell me how Blind Pig got started?
Initially it actually started as a fundraiser for my textiles course. I'm doing a Masters of Design at the University of Brighton, and we sort of started it there and started it in the Jam in May, I think. But then the girls didn't think it was making enough money, so this is the first one where I'm just doing it myself. So I kind of took off from there, and yeah, just gradually grew, and then eventually we got to the ballrooms and things, so yeah.
So can you describe it a bit, people who have not been before?
I'd say it's quite an eclectic mix of performers. You've got quite a lot of variety, you know, you've got your sexy pole dancers, you've got your quite interesting double act pole dance, various burlesque from fire to fan dancing to really classic burlesque, and then as well this is the first time we've got a band, so I think we've got like a real mix of performances. So there's something for everyone, and it's not kind of the same thing one after the other as well, so you're definitely not going to get bored.
Yeah, no, there are a lot more performers on the bill than you get at most nights.
Yeah, I kind of want to keep it quite snappy as well, so that you know you really are entertained and you are getting your money's worth as well. I think you often go to these sorts of things and you don't quite get really what you're after, or maybe it's lots of fan dances or lots of burlesque, and this way it keeps it really exciting. So.
Yeah, it is nice to have more of a mix.
Yeah, and a bit more modern as well, so it keeps the twist, keeps the sort of 1920s vintage feel, but also, you know, shows what's really out there and what can be done with burlesque and pole as well.
So what made you go for a sort of 20s speakeasy theme in the first place?
I think I did a placement in New York and I went to a Charleston day and I just absolutely loved it, and I was like, oh, I want to do this in Brighton somehow. And I think then I came back from there and was like, yeah, I could do that. So I started researching a little bit, and then found Gareth, the DJ, who sort of does electro swing. I was like, that's the way to sort of make it work. And have the modern performers and a bit of dress up, but not too much pressure. So I sort of took off from there really, that one day.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people do get into the scene via dancing.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, if I'm dancing, I might as well dress up, and if I'm dressing up, I might as well get the music.
Exactly.
And it sort of goes from there.
Yeah.
So do you have a favourite performer? Or
who performs here specifically? To be honest, I love the fire. I love Cherry Bella and her fire act. I just think it's amazing. That's not something I've seen many other places either. So I think that's definitely one of my favourites. Yeah.
So have you got any more events planned coming up?
Not currently. I mean, as I said, I'm in my final year of my masters right now, so it's quite a lot to do all at once. I also do aerial silks though, so I sort of perform and organise some of those things as well. More based in London. I mean, I'll be performing at a few things, but I'm not quite sure when the next Blind Pig's going to be. Definitely in the next few months.
I was going to say, were you tempted to perform here, or do they have the capability for aerial silks?
Pardon? They don't have the capability for that here, unfortunately, unless I got some indoor rigging, which I don't think my budget would allow. I would love to, I mean, ideally, I would love to have trapeze, silk ropes, hoop, all of that sort of thing, which I'm quite involved with, and really integrate that into an eye. I think that would be amazing, but I'm not quite worked out how or where to do that yet.
Well, it seems you've gone quite far in sort of the small amount of time that you've been going, so I think sort of your only way is off.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll see you the next week, whenever it is.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Splendid. Okay, so I've forgotten your names again already. I'm terrible.
This is Martha. And I'm Gina.
And Gina. Excellent. How are you finding it, ladies?
Yeah, we're loving it.
It's wonderful. Good atmosphere, nice and busy, good tunes.
Do you come to many of these here?
Not in Brighton.
Not in Brighton?
I'm actually from Devon. And Martha lives in Bristol, so this is a one-off for us.
So we're foreigners from abroad, really.
When you're talking about vintage passe, what most people are sort of like 1900s to the 60s. Is there a particular favourite era for you ladies?
Well, for me it used to be the 50s, but now I am really loving the 20s. I absolutely love it at the moment.
Now, Devon and Bristol, then, Now, we haven't got out that way with our cameras at all. Is there a large vintage scene down there?
Yeah, definitely Bristol. Yeah.
There's a lot of nights that are taking on different eras, doing different things with particularly circus acts, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, now I know there's a dance workshop that goes on down there that also combines circus skills.
Media, is it?
Circa Media or the Invisible Circus?
I don't know what the name of it is.
Yeah,
both
are pretty amazing.
Okay, well, thank you very much for talking to us, ladies. I'll let you get back to your heavy drinking now.
Yes, please.
Probably you're going to do a bit of tottering on the dance floor later on.
Absolutely, yeah.
Jenny from the Fancy Dresscapades vlog. Are you enjoying the evening so far?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Lots of good acts and quite unexpected amounts of nudity, but it's pretty fun.
You've been to Blind Pig before, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
How's this compare?
This one, the acts quite a bit better. Not that the other one was bad, just there's a bit more variety. I think some of the double acts have been quite interesting this time.
From talking to Carolyn, she seems to have got into her stride a lot more, I think. With this.
Yeah, when I spoke to her about the first couple of events, she said they were a little bit irregular with the format and things like that. But she said that now they've found the way of kind of putting their acts and things first, and then working through into the music, and then starting with the heavy clubbing more towards the end.
So with your blog, you do touch on quite a few vintage themes, and you go to head to a few vintage events. The Trailer Trash Speakeasy, do you know what that's going to entail?
I don't really have any secret hits and tips, but I started talking to Peter Phil, one of their performers, and she was saying that they're going to have some Boardwalk Empire themed acts and quite a lot of 20s theming, a bit of electro swing, a bit more moving on to a bit more traditional swing, and some 50s stuff as well, which isn't really speakeasy, but
not really. But yeah, Trailer Trash have always had quite blurred boundaries with just everything, really.
I'd say it's probably not one for wearing real vintage too. Probably more of a go for the flamboyant costume.
Yeah, it's outlandish repro, I think, for Trailer Trash. And we are stalwarts of the Trailer Trash scene, so we know our stuff. You're speaking to us, and I'm sure we'll see you at another vintage event soon.
Okay, I'm joined now by, this is Laura, who we saw performing on stage earlier. I think for a second we're just going to get everyone to introduce themselves, if you may.
My name's Bridget. I play cello.
Danny, I play the drums.
I'm Laura, I play accordion.
Hi, I'm Laura, I play the violin.
I'm Kez, I play bass. Ben, and I play the trumpet.
Most of you are London-based?
Yeah, all of us.
Okay.
We're all originally Londoners, but I've kind of strayed a little bit recently.
I think we grew up probably learning classical instruments and obviously having classical influences, but I think that's developed through folk, electro, pop, drum and bass, grunge, metal, death metal, everything.
Not death metal.
It's not.
Okay. So is there a current album out from you guys, or are you
We've just released a single which is on iTunes.
If people would like to catch you at a later performance, are there any places that you'll be performing at later in the year?
Royal Festival Hall.
Really?
Just played there. Just played. Just kidding. We're playing at the Jamboree in May. Usually London, North London. Sometimes go to South, but yeah, Jamboree in May. That will be quite a good gig, I think.
Okay, well, let's have a look at that.
Yeah.
Right, well, you will have an extremely long evening, no doubt, roadieing and setting up and all that sort of stuff. So we won't keep you any longer. Thank you very much for talking to us, and hopefully we'll catch up with you at another event.
We've had a wonderful time here at the Blind Pig. There's been such an array of different performers. First time I've ever seen a male pole dancer. So we hope that everyone else has been here has enjoyed the night, and we'll be looking forward to the next one whenever that may be. This is Sadie Doherty for the Vintage News.